Yeah, so these were running when parked. Barn fine. Now listen, I know what I got here. No low ball offers, okay? These are gems. You understand? Look at that factory radio. Mint. Very low miles. Very, very low miles. 16,000 original miles. Look at that. Absolutely mint. I know what I got here. No low ballers, okay? Don't waste my time. No, seriously, I picked these up because, well, they weren't a lot of money, but there was some other, I got a bunch of stuff. I got these bodies, but I also got a bunch of body panels, doors, fenders, different pieces, and we figured, hey, we could just cobble together a body and make an external display time machine only out of it, rather than using a running car. And this way we could build a car for a theme park or a museum or something like that. Like the one we did for Universal Studios was a car that had a modified frame, no motor, no transmission, no electrical system. We put an interior in it. We set it up just so it was for display. That's why it looks a little weird. But I needed a good frame. I got this other car that I bought from, you know, that Beverly Hills Car Club that's on eBay. I've bought some cars from them, but man, this last one I got was not good. And the frame is not, listen, I'm not going to sell a car to a customer that's in not good condition. So, you know, my reputation is everything, and I can't let a car like that leave my shop. So we decided we needed to get another frame, and we're going to put a new rebuilt motor in it. So it's going to go from junk to something awesome, because rather than have a crappy frame and a crappy motor, it's going to have basically a completely refurbished frame and a completely rebuilt motor. And then we'll probably go crazy and do all new lower suspension and just make it premium. And then it'll be worth a lot more money. It's better business. Put out a better product, make more money. It's simple math. Also, that A-Team van sold immediately. I had that A-Team van, and as soon as I put up the video, there was a bunch of people that wanted it, and it sold immediately. I mean, instantaneously. A guy already came and picked it up, drove it out here. That's a different van. That could be an A-Team van. I've got all the stuff to make it into an A-Team van. I might make it into a Scooby van. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. We've got a lot of vans. Some of these are vans we use. Some are just project cars, you know. So my 88 Fiero, I took it for a spin today. It drove great actually. So I found out the wheels, everybody told me they are off a Beretta, the Z Series Beretta, and I love the Berettas. These wheels are way too big for this car. But great wheels. I'll put them on something. I don't know, I'll use them for something. They're good wheels, but I took the car for a drive, and as bad as this thing looks, it drove great. Dude told me that the air conditioner worked. I was like, you know, it doesn't feel like it's getting cold. Yeah, I wonder why. There's the AC. Yeah. Oh, it works. Yeah, trust everything the seller says. Sure. I like how this pipe's going this way. I wish these taillights were in better condition, because I know there's somebody out there that would want them, but they're pretty bad. There's not a single panel on this car I think anybody wants. But we're going to take every single thing off this car. So if you're a Fiero junkie and you need hoods, doors, fenders, whatever, we're going to take this car completely down to just the frame. So all this is coming off, everything. All the interior's coming out. We're not keeping any of this. None of this. It's all coming out. It's all going away. So if you need Fiero stuff, but I'm not shipping any of this shit. You got to come to Dallas and get it from me. Matter of fact, I'll even let you take it off the car. I'll throw in the rubber strips there and the reflectors for free. Still only 99 cents. Yeah. I kept calling it a Robert Palmer. Might as well face it, you're addicted to tea. Arnold Palmer. Whatever. It's good. Shop has been a bit of a mess, but we're working on time machine number 44 right now. And the one I was just talking about with the frame. And also some Proton packs. I'll show you just some of the stuff around the shop for you new viewers that are new here. This is the Delorean time machine. This one we're working on. We still have a lot to do. We're getting it mocked up, kind of, you know. And this is the one we're going to change the frame on. So, you know, the body panels on this thing are actually really good. It's got great bones. It just has some rust on the frame that we are not happy with. And we're not happy with this engine either. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the whole frame and the motor. We've got a couple different motors to choose from. So we're going to rebuild the motor from scratch, get it completely new, get it all blasted down and powder coated, all silver and pretty or some color, I don't know. Put it all back together so that everything is new. We're going to do a fully restored car, and I think that that's going to yield a lot more money. You know, the car that I sold at Barrett-Jackson in July went for $170,000 or $175,000. I think if we do a fully restored car that's like a 0-mile rebuilt engine with a brand new frame and all the goodies on it, I think that's a car that would go for $200,000, you know. And so we're going to just replace everything, make it just premium. Also, I haven't made Proton packs in a long time. You know, I used to be like the king of these Proton packs, right? We did like, I don't know, 500 of these things. And we kind of quit building them because we just started focusing on the cars, but things were a little slow, and I had a couple of my guys standing around. So it's like, you know, come on, let's build some extra parts. So it's kind of getting to be a mess around here. But we've been just stocking up on Time Machine parts and Proton packs. Look at this. We've got like 1, 2, 3 of them ready to go. So I haven't listed them yet. I'm going to put them on eBay. They typically go for about $3,500. I might put it on auction and just see where it goes. But that's what we last used to sell them for, was $3,500. So maybe if we offer them again, that's the price we'll do. We're using these lithium-ion batteries for everything now, or lithium iron phosphate, I should say. These things are awesome. This is what I have in my ambulance. This is what we're going to put in the Ecto that we're building. You know, we're not going to use the lead acid batteries anymore. We're going to do this. These things cost like $700, but you know what? The benefits are so much greater. Here's a rear deck that's being worked on, being detailed. Here's some flux boxes that are fresh out of the being worked on, getting them ready. So this is how they start off before they get decorated. But shop is a total mess. But this is what it looks like when you make stuff, you know. Let's see what's happening in the casting room. Taking a tour. I think the lights are off, though. Everybody left for the day. Oh, look, a flux capacitor. It's not done yet. But check out the detail that we're doing on these. Unbelievable, right? Let me zoom in. You know, like it's actually, we actually take time to solder the little joints, and just fantastic work. Real proud of what my guys are doing. Not much to see here. It's just a mess. But this is where we make our plastics. Like here's a what's known as the orange tube, and you know, it looks so legit. It looks like the real thing. It's crazy how realistic these parts. This is funny. I keep this here. So this is AJ Quick. AJ Quick runs gbfans.com, the Ghostbusters fan website. And this is AJ dressed up as me at a Comic-Con. He went and got red suspenders. He actually printed my Bob's Prop Shop logo and put that on his hat, the little spikes on it, you know. And he dressed up. He's such a big fan of Bob's Prop Shop. He dressed up as me when he went to the Comic-Con. Isn't that great? Isn't that awesome? I think that's great. You know, when you're at the top, you're just the topic. You know, when you're ahead, you're going to be making headlines. You know what it is? So that's how it is. So we've made more Ghostbuster Proton packs and shells than probably any other manufacturer. I think over 500. And which is why I became an official Sony vendor. Sony Pictures has had me appear in the 2016 Ghostbuster movie with the girls, when everybody hated that one. But I was in the movie. Also, they hired us to bring our props and car and all that stuff out when they were first promoting Afterlife, when they were with Jason Reitman. So I appeared with Jason Reitman at the Walmart when they were doing the first pitches for the movie a few years back. And then when they had the premiere of the movie, I was invited. I was one of 50 people invited to be one of the VIP guests for the premiere, and I watched the movie with the cast. How great was that? With Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray, and God rest his soul, Ivan Reitman, sweet old man, and his son Jason. What a proud moment that must have been for him. And it was just great. It was just great. And also great to meet up with all those cool Ghostbuster fans. Didn't see AJ there. He didn't make it. He should have dressed up as me. Maybe they let him in. I don't know. It's all just fun. It's all just fun. I love Ghostbusters and I love Back to the Future. It is hard to pick between the two. I mean, you as fans, I'm sure you feel the same way. Like picking between Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, Knight Rider, the A-Team. I love them all. They all have a special place in my heart, just like trying to choose your favorite kid or your favorite pet. I mean, you know, they're all fantastic. And it's a great living. It's way better than working at Jack in the Box and making hamburgers, which is what I was doing earlier. All right, the Lamborghini is going to be in cold storage for a little while. It's going to take, I don't know what we're going to do with it, and I don't know when we're going to get back to it, but we parked it in here underneath this Knight Rider car, actually, with an LS1 in it. And we'll get back to it later. We've just got other things, other fish to fry. Rusto 1, we've got it in what we call Ecto Bay. This is where we keep the Ecto. Been sanding on it, getting it broke down, pulling some of the trim off of it, getting it ready. The car actually has really good bones. It's not as bad as it looks. Once you get to know these cars, you understand that what's important. And what's important, I'll tell you, is all the glasses here, and this windshield is flawless. The windshield alone was worth the price of the car, damn near. And I think we're gonna get this thing running, and I think we're gonna get it put back together pretty easily. And I've got a feeling that we're gonna do a major tune-up on this thing, and it's just gonna crank right up and drive right down the road. That's what I think is gonna happen. I have faith. Good car. And you can't beat a good old-fashioned Cadillac. I know it's not the 59, I know it's not the Miller Meteor, but those are really hard to find. And quite frankly, Ghostbuster fans are forgiving. And this thing is gonna be, you know, close enough for government work, as they say. This thing is huge, and it's gonna look gorgeous when we put it all together. Once we get the lights on it and the rack, oh, it's gonna be great. The main thing is it brings a lot of joy and happiness to people when you show up in the Ecto 1. Everybody loves Ghostbusters. It keeps the memory of the show alive, of the movie rather, and it's just great. It's fantastic. I love it. All right, I want to talk to you guys about fire safety. How appropriate in front of the fire department ambulance here. With the lithium-ion batteries that we have inside the coach, I was worried about fires. And I've heard about these fire suppression balls for a long time. And I have one here. This is an auto fire off. It's called an AFO. It's a fire extinguisher in the shape of a ball. So what you have is a compressed ball full of fire suppression powder. And when this thing burns and melts, it explodes like a grenade and extinguishes a fire. You've probably seen videos of these things. I highly recommend putting these anywhere you're gonna have batteries, fuel systems, or generators. I'm gonna mount some inside the truck here. And what we're gonna do is, I'll show you how probably I'm gonna do this. So yeah, inside here is my inverter and my batteries. And what I'm thinking about doing is, you know, I've got these 4 lithium iron phosphate batteries and they stay nice and cool, but let's say they catch on fire. So it comes with this little bracket here, plastic bracket. I was thinking about mounting maybe the bracket here, something like that, and then putting the ball in there so that it's like zip tied into place. So I'm trying to run the camera. But basically the idea is have a few of these, you know, in place. You want them to be where the fire is gonna be. So let's say like right here is a good spot. And should this catch on fire, this would hopefully put it out. I mean, I know it's an electrical fire, but it's better than nothing. It might actually put it out. So you can put these in a lot of different places. I plan on putting them, you know, in different spots, like maybe over the engine, mount this to the firewall right over where the fuel system is, where the diesel particulate fuel filter would be, because those catch on fire, right? There's another battery system here. You can put it under the cab. Let's talk about something else. Okay, this Delorean carcass here is the result of a fire. What happens with these DeLoreans, they have a mechanical fuel injection system here, and they have plastic fuel lines running to the injectors. And what will happen is one of those lines will break and then just start spraying on the coil and the electrical stuff, and it'll catch on fire. Car burns to the ground. You've seen pictures of DeLoreans that have burned to the ground. Just like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and a lot of other cars that have those kind of fuel injection systems. And this car is the result of that. So imagine one of these had been mounted back here or anywhere, it would have saved this car. Thing costs 25, 30 bucks, something. Makes a huge difference. And this is an unofficial endorsement. So yeah, this is not sponsored. I bought these with my own money because I thought this is something that everyone should do. They don't cost a lot of money. You should put it really in every car. And especially when you have special situations like this bus over here, or this ambulance with the lithium-ion battery, or any car like that. If you have a rear-engine car, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, DeLorean, or really any car, I'm going to put a link in the description, which is an affiliate link. We get a little taste of it. But if you want to order some of these, I ordered like 8 of them. I'm putting them in everything. I mean, it's not a lot of money, and it's a lot of security for not a lot of money.